Rest in place. We don't have third umpire decisions for line calls either. Ryan Milne on the eastern seaboard in Sydney and in Melbourne. What becomes Ireland loss is Scotland's gain. And this man will be looking to cash in. Hasn't done it much against the very top sides in the world, but what a chance for him. Two left-handers to get things going.
For Australia, Riley Meredith is going to get things under. Riley Meredith hasn't played for a number of years.
Heard from Preston Mompson taking it with 4 or 5 days of rain, not yesterday, but in the days prior to that in Edinburgh.
And I think every time they play in the World Cup, their showings in the last couple, remembering a
pulled by hairs, and it's going to be the first boundary. The out wondering as to how partisan this home crowd are going to be. You've already got an indication.
We'll be very happy for Ollie Hares as well. Remarkable story.
Clothed and gets away with it. Fortune, there was almost a gasp.
Well, it is. You talk about the opportunity for Ollie Hares. Riley Meredith, his player, actually approached Cricket Scotland, asked them if they could come here.
Think about the single and they will get through single.
Just a second into
Mel, about 170 in T20I cricket. Just maybe. This goes up into the air, should be taken. Simplest of catch breakthrough. And it's Bartlett with that breakthrough. Australia on top early.
This occasion gets a massive top edge. Well taken by a count underway. So Hares departs for 6.
It's worked into the leg side. McMullen is quick between. There's definitely, I like that analogy you've made, Mel, about the two in the guard. Mel, isn't there? I was talking to Andrew McDonald before the start of play, the head coach. Edged away, going to be edged for 4.
Australia will remember Brandon McMullen very well. He scored this time. Well, it was an edge better.
Yeah, I think it's Scotland or Ireland for what was a tour game. It was a bit of hit and giggle from the message that Andrew out. McMullen pulls and pulls in front of square.
Well, you saw him make that gesture previously about. He is a class player. He's Brandon.
It certainly looked.
Adia.
The biggest cheer of the day greets the first form of his career. He really is. And a young fan has a moment to say.
George Munsey was not going to wait long before he really took the attack back.
When he gets it right, he can waste, but maybe the ball just coming onto the bat a little slower than some of the batters might have expected. Yeah, and for me, that's why it made perfect sense. I think Jack Jarvis has been in fantastic form as well, although he's still early in his career.
And the quality of the Australian side. Travis Head is arguably the form team.
That fear about when Head strides to the crease opening the batting, that will be there for Scotland. Meredith, who by all accounts has been bowling as quick as he's ever. That pitch maybe not coming on as much. It's his 6th T20I, has the one down the leg side. Now, is this a dropped chance? I think Australia might have felt as though that came off the glove. Either way, well, maybe just as well. Josh English didn't hope it was given as leg buys. It would have been given, not out. There's a man who is, well, the talk of a wobble. I was out there at Major League Cricket into its 2nd season. He actually found himself left out of. Munsey goes bang and gets a good piece of it to find the pace of the pitch.
Well, you're just talking about the Australian Big Bash. Up so much. Just the way he picks it up, the quick hands on the ground.
Oh, back to back. This one's even bigger. Goes well, so too do Scotland. That's much more like it.
He just makes it. that.
Well, tries to get enough of it, won't go all the way, but Scotland on the charge. 47 for 1. Well, just a few signs of difficulty in the first few overs. It was maybe has just put Scotland feeling as though if they can have a big. The various ways in which he can turn Marcus Stoinis has had a really excellent of this game. Right now, Munsey is loving pace on the ball.
Well, I heard that echo from here. He has lots of the ground.
Do need to remember, Mel, don't you, that it's a very high-scoring ground. New Zealand came here for 2. Taken a brilliant catch.
Back from Sean Abbott. Munsey had just been striking. Did it again. Munsey went for it. It was only the faint edge. Hitting blows. Munsey. It's been very entertaining, but he departs and it's 50.
First man to get to that landmark in Scottish colours. 7. Could be Scotland's answer to James Anderson. He might just keep going, Mel. And he's going to get off the mark in some fashion. It's always quick, the outfield. But Scotland have lost both of their openers. The power play may be honours even. It's 56 for 2.
Strong power play. How they would have loved Munsey to keep going for another. That being said,
She Barrington has been in incredible form. And the past 7. That.
this has been a notable feature from the moment with his footwork. And taking the attack to the Australians. There you see it again, a front foot pill.
Oh, inside out this time. But, and so McMullen now has to take the walk back to that pavilion.
McMullen doesn't quite get all of this. It is an area of strength for him.
It's for 19. Scotland 62 for 3. Later. Batting depth tested. Preston. 3 wickets early.
Cross spent a lot of time at the top of the order in one-day cricket for Scotland.
And of course, we've got Michael Lee. Time for spin. It is Adam Zampa. He couldn't wait to get up here and get around. He loves a whiskey. He drinks. Well, he's got every piece of that reaction. He gets a prize. Give him a whiskey.
Just a little bit too full on this occasion. Scores all around the ground. Very strong sweeper of the ball, but then has the ability to go bang. Those 2 quick wickets in Munsey and McMullen. Chance.
Just a little tickle.
Occasion. On the outside edge of Matthew Cross.
Barrington game against Namibia in Barbados. Again, that one will help push the momentum along for Scotland.
The corner, it's uppish, but importantly for him, it's in the gap.
Got hold of that one.
And this time Barrington doesn't miss out. Rocks back.
Yeah, I mentioned the fine form he's been. And this time it's gone straight up. You're going to be taken comfortably. But it comes to an end. Well, Scotland now 4 down, 102 on the board. It's a full delivery. It's dug out. Well played in the end. So over being a bit more expensive than thought.
Get a sense that this kind of surface,
Even in the mix, obviously setting the approach.
Lease goes to the leg side, doesn't quite get it. What Cricket Scotland have done to put this series on at late notice, it's been quite remarkable, isn't it?
Rain leading up to the game and their preparation.
Stoinis has turned into a very his bowling has become already departed. Picked up into the leg side. Does he get enough of it? No.
Yeah, Green's first cross goes for 27. Scotland 113 for 5.
He's the all-rounder at number 7, and they're going to need some of his innovation and his audacity, momentum. Leask is going to be very important
To bowl first if they won the toss.
Another change of plenty of changes of pace now. 19 for 5. For the future too, as Zampa returns and strikes immediately. Lead off for the Scots.
From Zampa, and it's straight.
Where's this one gone? Oh, he's got a good piece of it. Silent, isn't he? And that has brought the crowd back to life, just what Scotland needed.
The young lad, Zampa tosses that one up, and he doesn't need an invitation.
Did affect the direct hit, and I think just home, Preston. You'd imagine. And Mark Watt gets it up to the perfect start for the heads of our cameraman. And a lost ball. Sensational from Mark Watt.
Sure, we'd likely to see spin within the power play and then mixed up.
Another cutter, and it's dragged to the leg side by taking all the pace off, and all Jarvis could do was drag it to long on.
139 for 7.
Last month, Charlie Castle in for his T20I debut, so no numbers next to his name yet. 7. Yeah, that's really what they did so well in St. Lucia at that team. This goes absolutely nowhere. It's going to be Mitchell Marsh, but he's ended up getting the hard yards in and getting his hands underneath it.
Marsh, he makes no mistake again, going into the surface with the cutter to go on his T20 debut. Goes for 1. Scotland 145 for 9.
They're going to be bonus runs. 149. Every run may count yet. They'll take them however they come, Scotland.
Boundary for Brad Wheel. Oh, that misses.
And the final delivery of the innings is going to be a scampered body, an extra to the total to round out the first innings. Scotland will have to be satisfied. He made 28 off 16. Those contributions throughout the innings from formats, and very consistent at the top of the order. Closing in, Andrew Leonard here alongside Mel Farrell. Great to be with you in the sunshine. It wasn't an innings that necessarily
Bowl for them during the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean. He was thing.
This goes a long way up. Mid-wicket goes back, Charlie Castle. On his T20I debut, he's got to go for a third ball duck.
Wow, what a that previous ball, crosser to the stumps behind the wicket, increasing. They strike early. Reza McGurk departs for a duck.
It's the captain of Australia. Well, Mel Farrell just said it's 1 for none.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is give Travis Head width, though, because he'll free his arms. That's a stylish stroke to get off the mark.
Yeah, and that is just too much width. He'll be onto anything like that very, very quickly.
Driven at a catchable height, but Barrington can't get anything on it. Straighter, it might have been half a chance, but it went so quickly, he couldn't get anything on it.
A few little heart-stop moments for Australia early on.
Outside the circle. Problem is, head pounces on width.
In play, the margin for error, just we'll put those away all day.
It's only
Hander, another left-hander up the top. Also Matthew Wade not in here, so
cut away and it finds the gap. Head, he's so good square of the wicket. He has profited already 3 or 4 times there. Big blow towards the leg side. Now there is a man out there, but it's over his head. But it thuds straight into, I think that's the Gray Nichols tent.
well, I just talked about the Grange not being big enough to contain him, and on this occasion,
Because mid-on has come up into the circle, he'll club you down the ground. This is it.
he is, and he looks like he's only just starting to get wound up as well.
Now flicks it away to the leg side. Oh, this is quite brilliant. It's fine, 38 for 1.
We've got a lot more to go, but if Travis Head stays out there, there's every chance this could...
First bowl against Australia. He's driven ever so elegantly. Not too much wrong with the
delivery in ODI cricket, where he took a wicket against Oman, and then his second delivery.
pulled powerfully. You see, heater, he's flown to 37 off 13, and it doesn't really matter the length of the line right now. Everything monstrous, smoked all the way. Going to be 6 more down in the crowd. We're witnessing a clinic of the highest quality. And the 50s come up inside 4 overs, and you can add to that. It's going to Australia in cruise control. It's 57 for 1. The change in bowling. That has gone miles. Look out, favourite strokes. Smokes it away for 6.
I thought there might be a few in the tennis.
Not where you want to bowl to Mitchell Marsh. Going to be back-to-back 6s.
Jarvis is a really bright prospect for Scotland. He's going to learn a few things today.
Driven through the covers. Well, across the Grange. More runs, and it may well be 6. Yes, it's going to soar all the way. This could be 30 plus off the over if Marsh keeps going. Scotland surely. Instead bowls it into the surface. It's pulled so powerfully, it splits the 2 men.
Again, that one just sitting up nicely for Marsh. Didn't even he did.
And the runs just keep coming. And there's a world record that could well fall here. I said he goes to 50, 17 balls it's taken.
Hey.
And now it's going to be more runs. They're being blitzed away here. Scotland. Travis Head has just made the
Of Travis Head.
just over the head of the man. Come up inside the power play. It's the 2nd time in the history of T20. Oh, now fortune going their way, and with it goes the world record. Goes past South Africa's 102 that came. Everywhere the ball goes, it's just going to the rope. Scotland, they don't know where to turn, they don't know where to look. They look shell-shocked, and rightly so. Well, the world record will fittingly complete with a set as being the driving force behind it. With 6 bowled, it's 113 for 1. Entering here, remarkably, they need only 42 more for victory. He may well have picked up a wicket from his first ball for Scotland to end, well, an outstanding, sensational second wicket.
1 for 39, just 12 deliveries. Australia 113 for 2.
Obviously there, it's not going to change the result of the match. Leg stump, surely Mark Watt should have had 2 and 2 balls. Now this one's been hiked away, and Hoyt zoning in on what would be a remarkable 100 here. Well, we all know how good Travis Head is. He's shown that in the World Test Championship range. He's going to try and keep going, but there's a man there. He maybe should have hit 2 in 2 balls, but Mark Watt has got 2 in the over, and it ends.
Yeah, he didn't stop going all innings, and he wasn't going to stop then. Unbelievable innings. Goes for 80 from
a 3rd ball duck in T20I debut for Fraser McGurk. Then this is cut away. It's going to be cut away for 4. Gets it intentionally.
Exactly what he's doing here. Just uses that little bit of width.
Big pull shot now. There is a man out there, but it's gone miles over. They're just continuing to go at a supersonic speed. More off. Bigger picture. Jack Jarvis back into the attack, and he's clipped away before.
Well, it's been a tough day for
Driven really pleasingly. We've seen some very conventional.
Yeah, that sums up as they got Friday and Saturday to really come back and
that is going to be that Australia you will ever see in T20I cricket. He threatened maybe to be the fastest 100 of all time. A world